Hello, welcome to my vloggity vlog. This, as I said, is an amalgamation of various surrogacy things going on, like a little mix-up about like a past journey and possible future journey and possibly a lot of random crazy, so I apologise for that, and I'm hoping Edith behaves herself. I put loads of toys on the floor on a rug down there so she could play, and then I kept doing this wrong and just raw, and no amount of editing could salvage some of the crap I come out with. So she's now got bored and wandered off, so yeah, great, this could all go horribly wrong. It's fine. So anyway, just sort of like going over a few things. As people know from my previous journey, we have applied for the parental order very soon. I'm not saying that actually, it's not very soon. Within the next month and a half, the parental order should be granted. We have a date, which I'm not saying. I may have said in the past, but now it's getting close and I'm going to jinx it. So I'm not saying the date on here, but that should be going through soon. Over here, as I said before, you get a CAF-CAS representative. They come around, they interview the IPs and the surrogates. Sometimes they do it on the phone, sometimes they do it in person. This woman hasn't done it before. I don't think. She was extremely thorough, and she came round my house and she went around my IP's house and everything seems fine. No one else ever gets asked to do a breakdown of expenses, so because of that, where I was keeping all receipts and everything, I stopped bothering. As I said, I didn't worry about it, and of course the CAF-CAS person wanted to speak to me, was like, oh, I need a breakdown of your expenses, exactly what went where, and I was like, oh pants. So I'm like trolling through, and in the end I said, look, I have lost some of the receipts, I'm really sorry, this is more like an estimate, I roughly got this and roughly spent that on clothes and whatever. And thankfully she was like, yeah, that's fine. I was like, is that all right? Because if I've done it wrong, then just let me know and I'll go through past emails and old receipts and see what I can do. And she's like, no, it should be fine. So I'm hoping that's fine. I'm hoping they're not picky, because technically they don't need to know exact amounts. You know, other people have argued and said, jog on, love, I'm not giving you exact amounts, I don't have to, there's no law saying I have to. But I've not done anything to hide, so I've got no problem doing a breakdown. I'd rather not, because it involved brain effort, and who wants to think? I've got kids now, I don't have a functioning brain. But it was easy enough to, it was just a bit annoying with children and it's half term, and I'm trying to go through all these things and try and find out what I spent on maternity clothes in particular, and figuring out how much I spent on panty liners, which is disgusting but true, and stuff like that. So I was a bit like, oh crap. And then like I got a pregnancy pillow and I got a support band and all this stuff, and I had to sort of add it together and figure out where it had all gone, and it actually did add up brilliantly, and pretty much I don't think it is wrong, because when I worked it all out and I started, oh God, what happens if there's like, I've only spent a certain amount and there's like £2,000 I can't account for, what do I do then? Because I was thinking, oh my God, what if I've got this wrong? But going through my receipts and everything, doing a rough thing, I pretty much got it spot on. I was like, okay, I'm fine. So I felt quite good about that, like, whoo, okay. So that shouldn't be a problem. And then we will be going to the court, and as I said before, my parental rights will be extinguished and he'll be thoroughly theirs, and I'm very excited about that. I'm actually really excited. I don't think I really need to be there. This court wants me to be there. My husband was like, I don't have to be there, do I? and they're like, no, I don't think you do. But yeah, they got myself and my husband to sign something, because legally we're his parents. We're both signing over the rights to his actual, you know, the little man's actual parents, which is just stupid in a way that it takes this long. But she was a very, very nice lady, and for that I was grateful. So although she was very thorough, which I can't mark her down for, she's doing her job, she's doing it properly, and in this day and age it seems rare that people do their jobs properly, so should be commended for that. But I was a bit like, oh poo, now I have to remember what I've spent money on, damn. But what I would do is just try and keep a spreadsheet, which I did at the beginning. I was really good at the beginning, and then when everyone's going, no, you don't have to worry about that, and yeah, so I stopped bothering. Wah, wah, fail. Anyway, so that should be sorted. Surrogacy journey. So anyway, on a new journey level, I don't know what to say here exactly, purely because everything's very early days. I've been chatting to a few people. I was in no rush to match again. For a while I just thought, I don't want to do this. It's just, it shouldn't be this complicated. It shouldn't be this hard. maybe in a silly way, but I took the end of the last match quite hard in a sense because I felt really sort of messed up about the fact that I really thought this was going to happen and then it didn't, and it sucked, and I felt really guilty, and you know, just normal Catholic person stuff. So I just thought, I'm in no rush. I want it to be right. I'm not going to officially match at all by any means until it feels really, really right. I'm going to, you know, make sure everything feels right before I match. I don't want to be one person that's had like 2 or 3 or 4 failed matches behind me, so I really want to make sure these are the right ones, the next one's right. I can't do with the upheaval, I can't do with the stress, people. It's really scary to put yourself out there. I mean, it's got to feel right. People, I think IPs need to, and I don't mean this in a derogatory way, but IPs need to calm the desperation feeling down. You can't settle. You are trusting a human being, a person that you don't know beforehand, particularly except for surrogacy, to grow your child, to grow the most precious thing in the world for you, and it has to be right. And I think sometimes you get so caught up in the excitement, you need to take a step back and really, really be sure that it's right, because it is a huge thing to go through. So I've been chatting to a few people and it's been going really, really, really well, and I've come across some absolutely fantastic people, some lovely people, some people that I probably wouldn't match with, some people that I would, some people I could sort of see myself possibly matching with. I don't mean that I'm going to match with them particularly. Everything's gone really well, but there's one couple that I'm actually going to meet up with soon, which is exciting. It may lead somewhere, it may not. I don't know, but I think so. I've got this sort of gut feeling that I think that this could go well, and I have already said to her that, you know, it does feel like this could go somewhere. So that's really exciting and thoroughly scary all at the same time. And yeah, just a bit sort of gonna see how it goes. I want to tread very carefully. I don't want to get burnt. I don't want to get someone's hopes up for them to end. I don't want to make a fool of myself and end up, as I said, with these failed matches. So it's sort of exciting, it's sort of scary. I have got other people that I'm talking to, so if it's not right when we meet up, it's not actually a problem. I wouldn't begrudge them. I don't think they begrudge me. It has to be right all the way around. So yeah, it's exciting times ahead. Things are going on. I do think I'm going to match again. For anyone that has been wondering, I've had a few questions that yes, I will be matching again, I hope within this year. I don't know if it's going to be within a few months or if it's going to be by Christmas. I mean, if I don't find anyone, I'm not rushing into anything, but there's so many amazing people out there. I think by the summer I'll be matched. So that's really, it is really exciting. Darren's on board, obviously, because he was the one I had to convince. He was a bit wary about everything, more so than me, but he knows that it's something I really, really, really want to do, and he loves me enough to let me do it, and he doesn't mind really. I think he's just a bit wary because he gets more protective of me than I am about me, which I do love about him. So yeah, I'm going to get off because I've got to go and get my bigger midgets from school and keep an eye on my mini midget and the teeny tiny ratty midget in the back garden who's running around, hopefully quite happily. I've got a very secure garden, it's fine. She's a dog, by the way. I don't mean Edith's running around the back garden unsupervised. She's back there. So yeah, I'm going to love you and leave you, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye.